Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Glad you guys are here. If you're new, welcome. This is the Paper Line and I'm Gypsy, and today what we are going to be doing is working with some junk mail. I always get mail like this, and I'm pretty sure you guys do too, and you don't want to just trash it. So today we're going to find, a way to use this. We're going to try to keep it real simple. This time I only brought a few things to the table with me so that I don't have a whole bunch of things to choose from, because it can get confusing and time consuming. But I'm going to be working with some papers that I pulled out of this book. The character costume book. I got this in a haul not too long ago, and so I've been wanting to use it. And I also pulled out a few things here, giving myself very minimal to work with. Also, I'm going to be using, of course, glue and scissors and some ink. And I am going to be using, I've got this to the side, some tea-stained paper that's already kind of been pre-cut. Put that to the side. And then I've got this packaging that a lot of us get when we do orders and stuff. A little bit of ASMR for you guys. Anyway, so I'm gonna tear a piece of this off because I'm gonna be using some of this. I'm trying to get to the part where it's not as ragged. So yeah, today is Monday. Got a lot going on this week. Trying to keep myself prepared for this weekend. But anyway, so let's go ahead and crumple that up, because I'm gonna try to give this like a more old, weathered look that will kind of fit some of the illustrations. They've got like this old design to them. So we're going to try to mimic that on the paper. Now, with yours, you can choose to, I'm going to make mine as just regular inserts. So I'm only going to be covering one side with the paper. That saves on material. If you want to do a flip or whatever, you can, of course, cover both sides if you like. So what I'm going to do with mine when I finish with them, of course, I'll just be gluing the bag down. Even with this, if you want to use them as, do three sides, you can easily just put a little piece of paper here to kind of hide it when people are opening it up to stick stuff in. That's completely up to you. But when I use mine, I'll probably use them, and glue mine completely flat. Or I may do that, and, later on I can decide whether or not I want to do that. These images are about just as wide as this, which is great. Some of them are a little skinnier, depending. But what we're going to do first is basically we're going to get these covered. I've got 4 here. And I want to decide whether I want to do inserts, to make it like a little pocket. Some of these I think I will make a pocket with. I think I might do a pocket with this one since it's a little longer. Let me put my glasses on. And let's see. And I haven't tried these out. This is just like a spur of the moment type little thing. I was at work this morning and I was like, oh, I want to come home and make a video. And so this is what we're going to do. And I think on this one, I will be able to make a shallow pocket on these. So we're going to go ahead and get those done. And I do not have my crafting hat with me today. So you guys, we're totally on the fly this morning. And I have an appointment at 11, so I'm trying to get this done before I go to my appointment. I know I've been slacking on making videos, and so I'm trying to remedy that. I've never really been on any schedule as far as making my videos. but I had gotten to the point where I was a little more consistent. But, you know, life happens and, you know, anyway. So how are you guys? Hope everything is going well with y'all. It's almost, wow. What is today? I'm not even sure what today is. You know, I don't even know what the date is. I know it's towards the end of October. I don't know. I don't even know what the date is, and I can't look at my phone right now because it's currently recording. Okay, so now that we have that, we're just gonna make sure these images are going to fit inside, because basically we want them to be the focal point. So I am going to now cut out the images that I decided to use, which is this. Actually, I think I'll tear them to give them, you know, a more like organic look. Tear off some of that at the bottom, making sure that that'll get in there the way that I want it to. I think I want to have that, so I'm going to do this first before I cut that part off, because that would just rip that right off, and we don't want to do that. Okay. And that goes with that. We got these two colorful images here. I'm not sure which ones I'll actually end up using. Do I want her? I like her, but I'm not too thrilled with this swatch that they have in there. I have no idea why they did that. I don't know. That might be kind of cool. Let's go ahead and use her today. And we'll set him aside because I know I had wanted to use these two ladies up here. So yeah, basically what we're going to be doing is, as you can see, just kind of creating pockets. I get a lot of junk mail, and you know, it just piles up. I keep saying, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this. And you wouldn't believe the collection of junk mail that I have accumulated under those premises. Okay. I think this book was so beautifully put together, and I want to try to honor and highlight it as much as possible. But this one, the words don't actually go over until, so I think that'll be fine with that one. After the fall, Maggie. Okay. As you can see, I'm tearing off a little bit of the excess on the top and bottom just to make sure that this is going to be able to fit within the parameters. Again, they've got like a little swatch there. I'm not understanding why that's there. Okay, so now that we got the fun part done, now we can move on to the serious bit. All right, now we can set them to the side, and we can go ahead and get these covered. As I said, I'm only going to be covering the one side of mine. And you can choose to do whatever you like with yours. Just want to make sure we have enough. And because I have going to make this one into a pocket, I don't have to come completely down with this. So I'm going to put it, and let's get this area down here. I'm going to put it to as far as that, because then that way, you know what I'm saying? So we can start gluing here and we should be fine. We don't have to come all the way down. Yes. Now, I don't know what kind of glue you guys use, but my glue catches onto the shiny bits. I don't have to really do any sanding or anything, and it'll connect just fine. If you're interested in what kind of glue I use, you can message me, or you can leave it in the comments, and I'll leave it in the comments. I'm not sponsored by anybody or anything like that. So it's just like, information. All right, I think I want to go ahead and I probably should have straightened this edge out. I will do with the next one. That way it doesn't like mess up anything when you're trying to get your papers in and out. We'll definitely do that on the next one. Okay. So that should be fine. And so now we're just going to cut off the excess. Making sure. So, and then we are going to do some inking. Get that there. And we're just going to highlight. I think my ink is getting a little dry. And I chose to go with this brown paper because, it's not really translucent and you can't really see the heavy, image behind it. So you want to go for a more solid. And we're going to be covering this up with this image, with another image anyway. So let's choose who we'd like for this one. And it's okay. Well, actually, I do want to keep that image, that down there. So that one could be a flip up, or maybe I can just take a little bit more off the top. And let's see. No, it's not going to do what I want it to do. Eee. Okay, let's try that one. Let's see. But you know what? Let's just remedy this by cutting that off at the bottom. And then we can use that as part of our decoration. No harm, no foul. Now if we have to stick a bit of it off in there, it's not the end of the world. a little crease here. Kind of muss that up a little bit. Crinkle it up a little bit. It looks too clean, too prim and proper. All right. Now, go through and roughly give this some, tear this a little bit. It's okay. Actually, that part's not going to really be seen much because it's in the lower part. But we can dog ear some of this little pieces over here and, you know, muss it up a little bit. All right, because we're trying to get it to look kind of old, you know, to kind of match what we got going on here. Okay, so now we can put this down and that'll look pretty cool. You can also do some stamping behind it if you want to. I'm not going to do all of that. But I am going to go back and round my corners here at the top. The little parts that we want to stay down, just make sure you glue those so that they stay in place. Make sure she's as centered as possible. Okay. So now we're just going to go ahead and make our pocket here. Got some glue on my hands. Okay, give that a second to grab on. Look at that. I'm so messy with glue. Glue is not my friend, guys. I've said that so many times, and it always continues to be true. All right. Okay. So basically what I'm going to do, you can choose to cover this with some more of that brown paper. Let me see how that's going to look. That seems thick enough to cover over that. I'm going to be adding some stuff with it anyway, so I think I'll go ahead and use a piece of this to go over that. Just to kind of give us a base. You don't want to decorate directly. Why is glue getting everywhere? Oh my God, is there a hole? Oh my God, there is a hole in my bottle. That's the problem. I am going to get my daughter, because I know she is responsible for that. I know she is. Little bugger. Okay, I don't have any tape here at my desk, or I would tape that up really quick. I don't know why I don't have any tape, but that's going to be quite annoying. I knew I couldn't be that messy. I knew I couldn't be that messy. Now I know it is through no fault of my own. I probably should ink this edge of paper before I put it down. Let's do that. Since we know we're going to be using the top half of this. On that to dry. Go ahead and try to clip my edges up here. As I said, we're doing this for the first time on camera, so we're learning on the first one. It's our learning curve on the first one, so that we can make it better on the next one. Okay. And if you don't like it and you see that there's a little bit of whatever your original material is, you can always just go back and add a little bit of lace or something like that to this. I pulled these out hoping that they would be long enough, and they are sorta. If I'm doing a base like that, that'll work, because then that'll basically cover over any of the unnecessary bits. So let's try with this one and see what this is going to look like. Make sure I have the one that I want to use for this one. I think I like that on there. So we're just going to glue a little piece here in the middle. Okay, so now we have to choose something to go on top of that. I did want to use, I know I want to use this somewhere in there. And also her, let's see what this description of her is saying. Oh, you know what? I tore all of those off. And they're basically just descriptions of the style. Is it a sample of creating a background cross hatching with pencil? Okay, so that's not necessary. I didn't have my glasses on, so I thought that they had, well, like on this one. Okay, this was the first one that I saw. That's why I thought that they all might. This one has Persian, Dubonnet, Acts 1 and 2, the boyfriend. So I don't know. I'll decide if I want to use that. But with this one, I do know that I want to use that. It makes no sense to have all of that. So I am just going to actually just tear that and give that a little bit of ink, and then we'll add it in somewhere as we're going. Okay. And let's see, what else do they have? Do not wish to be anything but what you are. Let's see what flower. How about something like that? Yeah, I think that looks kind of cool. Okay, get some ink on there. Normally I would trim some of the white off of this, but for the sake of time, we won't. I noticed my last couple of videos have gone. Actually, I think I'm going to just leave that because this is a more transparent sticker. I'm actually just going to leave it on its backing this time. Okay. I'm sad because it's such a quiet background. I cannot, for the life of me, get my YouTube to work on this TV in here. And like, there's nothing wrong with the TV. All of the other like channels are working and everything, but for some reason it's not wanting to work, and I'm very upset about that. So, and there we go. You'd never know that was once that. And now we don't have to throw this in the trash and put it in the recycling bin. Now it's something beautiful that you can put in one of your journals. I love that. Absolutely love it. You know, it's got a nice pocket there. Okay, let's move on. Let's see what else we can get done. Can't talk. I'm actually excited about that one. That one, look, it turned out really, really well. Okay, let's see what else we have over here. And basically for all of these, I'm just going to do the same technique, just different style. Okay, guys, for the sake of time, I went ahead and did everything. I went ahead and inked them up and glued them all down and added the little bottom pieces. Went ahead and distressed the photos themselves. They were looking a little too new for me, you know, because they had that kind of shiny. So I kind of just crumpled them up a little bit and added some ink to the rise and made them look themselves a little bit older than what they did. So now we're just going to decide where we're going to go from here. I think I like this one with her. I think I'm going to do that with her, this, and maybe this wording. I don't know what these words say. I'm not taking time to look at that. I'm just going to kind of going so that we can get these done. I think I like, what do I like with this one? I think I kind of like, that kind of goes more with her. Actually, I think I like that one with that, and then I'll put this one on here. And with this one, I think I want to do this flower. Actually, maybe that flower with her. And then, let's see. I mean, yeah, I think that would match in too much with that. So let's try this flower maybe with that one, and let's see what words would we do. That looks okay with that, I think. And because like I said, guys, I only pulled out a certain amount of things. I didn't pull out a whole lot. I mean, that works with that too, but I think that kind of fades in, so I want something with a pop of color there. And I think actually that one would go with her. Okay, and let's see. I rather do like that. We'll see when we get to her. So let's go ahead and start with this one since it's in front of us. Basically, all we're going to be doing is, as with the other one, I didn't ink this part. And I rounded all my corners at the top. So basically, we're just going to glue this down. It's hard with like books that have things on both sides, because this was also a really cool image. So it was kind of hard choosing between the two. It makes you want to get two of the same book. That way you get the use of all images, especially when you're doing something like this where, you know, it'd be nice if you could do both images. Okay, so we got them down. And we were using this with them. I think I liked that side, or did I want to use this side? I kind of like this side. So let's see, about how far do we need to glue down? Roughly about here. During the intermission, my daughter came in and I told her, I said, go ahead and pull out your coins, because we're going back to Hobby Lobby and get me some more of these bottles, because she has ruined 2 now. So she's going to have to replace them. So I was like, go get your coins, because while we're out today. Yes. And as you guys know, before you ask me why she's at home, we do homeschool. So that's why she's at home. Okay. I don't mean for the sake of the video, I mean for the sake of time, because these have been running kind of long. As I said, oops, excuse me, I know people's time is valuable. We don't have a lot of it to just give, but I do want to make sure that that is going to be the right flower to use for that. No, that doesn't really. No, that actually might go on there. Do I want to do something simple like this on there? Since this one doesn't have words to go with it, but that looks awfully big. What do you guys think? I think we could get away with it like that, if it's on there like that. I think that was roughly there. And again, I'm not peeling the stickers off the back because they become kind of translucent, and I don't want the background showing through the sticker. So I'm just keeping it on its thing. Whoever receives the journal probably won't know that it's a sticker, which in any case works better. And it's going to be partially glued down anyway. Now, do I want to add another leaf here? No. No, I think that's enough. Okay, and now we're going to go ahead and glue that down and sit it to the side. And we are done with that one. Since this is heavier, I'm going to go ahead and clamp that down. I don't think I really need it, but might as well. Okay. Now this one actually does have the words with it. So let's go ahead and get her glued down. See, look at this cool little image. That would have been nice for like a little journaling card or something. But, you know, that's when you find books at, like, thrift stores, because this book I found at a thrift store, or yard sales, you know, you kind of get what you get, and as they told my daughter in school, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. She used to come home and say that to me all the time. And I'm like, okay, you're right. Okay, so we're going to put Maggie here. Making sure she is centered. And this is Maggie after the fall. Maggie don't look too bad after the fall. What did she look like before? That's the question. Okay, so we're going to do this here. Give a little ink. This one's kind of a pale color, so we're going to ink that one up a little bit. This is paper from Temu, so this is a little thin. I mean, it's still got good image, you know, good image on it or whatever, but it is thin. I realize I'm doing a lot of this off camera, and I apologize for that, guys. Okay, so we're going to need to get this to about right here. Okay. Getting to the bottom of this glue, which is fine if we can make it through the rest of this project. Oh my gosh. A whole fiasco over here and behind this glue. Okay. Off later. I got these really pretty not stickers, but these die cuts from a little place in Corsicana. Also showed those to you in one of my haul videos. All right, so now we've got this. I really don't want to cover up the whole thing. That really is sad because I should have used another. I forgot that I was going to be covering this side up, but you know what? Because I wanted it for the blue. Let's see if I can't find a smaller flower. Where's that one little flower that I tried to use on the other one? That doesn't look good to me. Actually, this is going to be too big. So maybe we can slide it just a tad bit. Trial and error, folks. Trial and error. Especially when you're decorating on the fly. You know, I rarely plan anything out. You know, I have a general idea And then I rarely like just plan it out. Oh, I'm still not going to get those. And everything that I have over here is pretty long. Except for something like that, and that's going to be too high. Oh, bother. Like Pooh would say. I mean, I could cut one of these down. Let's see what that would look like if I cut this in half. You guys see I'm desperately trying to get these flowers in here. And that still won't get them in there. Oh my, you know what? Forget these. Let's see. You always get to that one, and it's frustrating. Okay, we're going to do that and call it a day because I'm not fixing to lose my mind over a decoration. All right, so we're going to put that in there. I'm getting that blue flower in there. That's for sure. I'm getting that blue flower. A piece of it, at least. Hopefully we don't have much design challenge with this next one. The Fall of Maggie. Oops, excuse me. And if I decide to, I can come back later and put a little lace there to cover that edge. Or I could stitch it. Well, this is kind of thick. I don't know if I want to run that through the sewing machine. Do you guys run thick stuff through your sewing machine? I still am fairly new to sewing, so I don't really know. I see a little squirrel outside my window. It's almost winter, so he better get his work done. Okay. I did mention it, but if you don't already know, since we're working with thicker things today, we should make sure that they're burnished. Oh no, burnished down as much as possible. Okay, we'll stick that one to the side. And we've got one more. One more, ladies and gentlemen, one more. Before we get that glued, let's go ahead and get this in here. Actually, and make sure, because I'm using this because I want some of the flowers to show in, and that's not going to show if they're that way. So let's see. And that's going to be too big. You know what? I'm just going to use this piece over here. That way I don't mind too much about what, and that works with that anyway. And actually is very pretty with that. And then we'll add this and that, and we'll be done. Okay. Actually, since this one's already inked, we'll go ahead and use that one. And that works too. Okay. I find this glue comical. Like, I just gotta laugh because, woo. And if you guys, I love this because you can barely even tell. I mean, you can't even tell that these were like advertisements. So like this is like free materials basically. Well, the base of your project is. The rest of it you probably already just have around, sitting around your house, in your craft room, like moi. Okay, just gonna make sure everything is glued down well. Okay, we are pretty much done. I can't really ink that up. Do I want to do that one or do I want to do? I think I want to do this one. Maybe I'll put this one down and then this one on top of it. Yeah, I think that would suffice to give a pop of color. Do a double up on that one. Glue and ink does not make a pretty sight. It's definitely not. All right, and so there, I'm getting glue everywhere as normal. Glue that together. All right, guys, and this is what we've made so far. We've got 4 beautiful pieces from junk mail. How gorgeous are those? Oh my God, those are so pretty. Of course, you'll just go around and ink as necessary, But look at how pretty they are. Look how, oh my God, I love, absolutely love how they turned out. Guys, what do y'all think? Oh, I love them. I absolutely love them. And of course, you know, the junk mail comes in different sizes, so you can do these for any size journal. You can always trim these down if you're going to do something like this. This will work with pretty much any image that you have, and I think this is just really, really beautiful. All right, guys, well, let me know what you think in the comments, and I will try to get, I'm not sure if I'm going to get any more videos out this week for sure, but I will do my best. But anyway, keep me in your thoughts, guys. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I will be trying to make regular videos here coming in the future. Actually, this was supposed to go with this one, so I will ink that one up and add that to that as well. But thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!